This car is insane! Hyundai has added its every single time! You know when I'm in my groove, he starts making a noise. Welcome to No Roadblocks Reviews. Over here, we have a Hyundai i30N. Guys, I just have a question. Who hurt Hyundai? Like, who hurt you? Like, who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
This is unexpected. This is really unexpected. Look at the lights. You have daytime running lights, which are sleek. On a Hyundai, they decided to make a sports car which is cheaper than a GTI, is faster than a GTI, and still looks dope. Look at those red brake piston calipers. I mean, they go into detail, putting the N there to show you it's a sports car. Look at this. Look at this. You have your black mirrors, blacked out roof, blacked out tail fin. I think it's a tail fin. You'll tell me. 2 exhausts. I mean, look how beautiful it looks. I mean, just look at the ride height. She sits beautiful. Who hurt Hyundai? Like, who hurt you guys? Really, who hurt you guys? So this beauty is packing a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine with 201 kilowatts, or as in America they say 280 horsepower, just under 400 Newton meters of torque. Now, look at this. They are fine. Look at the seats. This is a Hyundai. Like, this is a Japanese car. Look at the seats. You get bucket seats which hug you firmly. The interior is where things get a little different, in my own opinion. I believe this is the only part where our German brothers beat the Hyundai. Otherwise, this is just a perfect car. Stepping inside the Hyundai i30N. Inside, they do not miss a beat. They have a sports steering wheel right in front of you. They have extra stitching, including the bucket seats right behind me, with the N sign and stitching around here. So they do pay attention to detail. They do listen to their customers. Your gear knob is a sports gear knob with stitching around it again, and the N sign. I mean, I think you can find an N sign everywhere around this car. We are going to try and count how many N signs are in this car. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 N signs telling you that this car is not the normal one. It's a special beast. Sitting in the Hyundai, it is so spacious. I mean, I'm 6'1", and I have enough room, I have enough space. What more do you want? I really think South Africa has a hidden gem here. If you know South Africa well, our police love GTIs. The police really need to take this car into consideration. This is an all package for the price. Everything. You get almost everything, plus exhaust sound. Getting into the back seat, we come inside. It is a little cramped, but I'm gonna see if I can sit inside. I think your adults, as you can see, will struggle to be inside. Although headroom, as again we say, is good. It does seem to have a big head. Anyway, yeah, so I guess adults wouldn't be too happy in the back seat of this car, and I don't think you would want to be here because you can't even see in front of you because of the large bucket seats. But kids, definitely A-OK 100%. Sure, the front seats are where the action's at, but at the back row,
it's a bit more basic.
Ah!
No rear air vents, no USB ports, just a C-type charger up front. But that's if you get the facelifted one. But let's be real, the i30N is all about the driver's experience. Hyundai's packed it with enough tech to keep you safe and sound, with features like lane follow assist and blind spot collision avoidance, making sure that as fast as you might go, you're doing it smartly.
Now, as we know, all sports cars are loved by criminals. Why? Because they want a quick getaway car. So, well, let's just check if this is suited to criminals. We're gonna check if the back seats can hold a whole human, which should tell you if the boot capacity is big enough or is quite small. Remember, I'm 6'1" and I'm a rugby player. I'm not the smallest guy out there. So if I fit, it's most likely quite a large boot. With some bit of tweaking, I can fit inside. Let's see if it closes. Oh, perfectly closes. So we've established that this car is good for handling your cargo that you steal, is good for handling dead bodies, and it's good for handling, actually, this is the best car. Cops will love this car. Look at the bracing just to keep it stable. So, I mean, if you're a cop and you're chasing someone, the stability of this car and the speed of this car is the one. I really think the government should look in this instead of buying your BMW 118i. This packs a better punch for your money. Hyundai has added a front splitter with a very aggressive front bumper to make it aggressive. It shows you that I am a sports car. The car has been lowered. You can see the ride height. So you can definitely go around corners really quickly. And the suspension is stiff. We get some side skirts with another N again. Another N on the tire again. Another N on the brakes again. We get a nice spoiler, giving it that sporty back look. And then what I do like is they matched your side skirts, your front split, your mirrors, your roof, and the spoiler in black, while the rest of the car is red. Hyundai has come with a rear diffuser, which gives a really aggressive stance. You have your separated exhausts, 2 pipes, big pipes to show you this is not a joke. And I like the fist test. These pipes are real. These pipes are real. Hyundai literally stole the sports idea from BMW, right? So we see this tail light at the back to indicate when I'm stopping fast. BMW normally has it down here. And I like their special touch of putting it up here. It might come off a bit annoying if you're driving and this person slams on brakes and you have this huge red light shining at the top instead of the bottom. I don't know, but it does make it look sporty as well. On top of that, then Hyundai matches all these matching accents with a matte black rim, sports rim. So we did research because we don't like to give you guys misinformation or no information. These are 19-inch rims, come standard 19-inch rims. Everything on this car is stock. Now, one thing I might say about this car is the exhaust sound stock. You don't need a downpipe. You don't need to go do extra exhaust. In fact, if you do an exhaust on this car, you need a car in. You're just annoying because it's loud enough. As standard, you don't need an exhaust in this car.
The Hyundai i30N is shaking up the South African hot hatch scene. offering a thrilling blend of power, fun, and style. It's like a Hyundai has taken a page out of the playbook from some of its more established players. Think of the Golf GTI, and added a bit of their own magic, resulting in a car that's fast, feisty, and full of personality.
The i30N, literally manufactured for precision. This is a racetrack car. Literally, it's manufactured. It's so perfect. As I always start, you have to start in sports mode. Oof. The exhaust immediately opens up, and this is stock, and it's loud. Like, it's loud. Okay, let's see if we can get like a 0 to 100. Okay, so this thing is fast. Like, it struggles for traction off the line. Like, yo, the guy's hearing that. Okay, let's test it. Yeah, boy. This is a 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine. I think online they say it's a flat. Anything that's flat, if you have a flathead V8, you're going fast. So it says a flat power engine. So let's quote horsepower. This is a 203 kilowatt powered car and almost 400 Newton meters.
You get an 8-speed DCT transmission, lightweight performance seats, a stiff suspension that is combined with a flat torque curve, making the turbo lag a thing of the past. This means more power at lower RPMs, which translates to a car that is not just fast, but super responsive. A proper recipe for some adrenaline-filled driving.
It's way more than a GTI, guys. This thing is literally a GTI killer. It drives literally so perfectly. The suspension is very stiff, though. I will not. I think it's not your daily driver cruising comfort car. This is when you mean business. This is when you want to drive. When you want to go around corners. And then let's put it in eco. Okay, so that's way more quieter. The suspension does soothen out. I wouldn't say it's particularly comfortable, but it does soothen out the bumps a bit more. The one thing I do say is, because it's front wheel drive, I feel like it struggles for traction a lot. And with such a car where you're gonna be literally foot happy. Is it trigger happy? Yeah, you're gonna be trigger happy in this car. You're gonna want to pull that trigger. It sometimes just struggles for traction a bit too much. Oof. Sitting inside the i30N, there's a few features I like. I think the heads-up display is very classic. So you have your, instead of like a screen and everything, you have your traditional digital gauge cluster, which is amazing. The interior, though, compared to the GTI or the VW, does come off a bit cheap. Lots of scratchy materials, although it is put together well. Everything is put together well in this car. It is just so firm. Just the materials I would fault on the door panels, on the dash. There's some scratchy materials here and there. But we know that plastic lasts, guys. If you want a car that's going to last very long, when you start seeing your old luxury type cars, your VW, your BMW, your Audi, I don't know, when they start aging, it's a bit tricky, hey? But when you get into an old Toyota, somehow all those plastics, because they're so durable, it almost feels a little bit more recent. I think that's an observation that I've made. The steering wheel is extremely sporty. Woo! I think we have a race on our hands. Look at this. There's an S3 behind us. He turned. He doesn't want no smoke because this is an i30N. Nah, guys, he'll probably beat me. But for the South African market, I think this is a car that really needs to be considered. We love our GTIs, and this is a Verpa. I'm going to show you guys how the exhaust sounds stock. Sure, the steering though is quite very responsive. I mean, you turn and it just throws you into whatever corner you want to go to, whatever bend, without a fuss, without even moving you from side to side. The seats are bolstered quite well, so you're hugged in quite tightly, but still feeling spacious. I mean, this is a really good car. Now, the i30N has a crazy feature. It's called NGS, whether it's NOS or whatever, but when you click this button, you have 20 seconds of full power. Woo! Struggling for traction, and now we're going 100, 120, 140. I did it again, Byron. I did it again. Windows open. Byron is gonna kill me, guys. So yeah, there's a button here that you press and it almost gives you extra boost actually. So you get 201 kilowatts, but I think it takes it up. I must Google it. It takes it up maybe 10 more kilowatts for 20 seconds.
For fans of the classic analog experience, there's still plenty to enjoy. But the real party piece here is the N-Grin Shift NGS button. Smack it in the middle of the steering wheel. This red button gives you an instant 10-second burst of power, like a turbocharged nitro shot from when you need to feel like you're in the Fast and Furious movie. One press and you're off like a rocket.
It literally gives you another boost of power for 20 seconds where you can literally overtake. Or even this NGS button, there we go. Did you hear that? The revs go up and we shoot. Oh! I just got some pops, guys. This car is insane. I just got some crazy pops. I'm gonna try pop it again. So this car pops, guys. I don't think GTIs pop standard, or you need to do something. And imagine how you do something to this exhaust. This is a package and a half, especially at its price point. It's packaged really well, really well. I can't fault this car. I really can't.
Under the hood, the i30N brings some serious muscle with its 202 kilowatt engine, putting it toe-to-toe with the heavyweights in its class. The exhaust note. A raspy aggressive growl that makes every drive feel like an event. The handling, let me tell you, razor sharp and nimble. Although I do have a problem. The Bluetooth connection. Though it can be a bit of a diva, requiring a little bit of patience when pairing. Once it's up and running, you're all set.
I think she's warm now. She's popping. Yeah. Yeah, the backfires are going. That thing backfires, guys. Oh!
Now, if you're shopping around for an i30N, expect to part with just under 800,000 for a new one. That works out to be about 15,000 per month on your financing. And no, that does not include petrol or insurance. Fortunately, this car seems to be following in the footsteps of its Japanese cousin, the Toyota. With a reputation for reliability, it's holding its value nicely. And here's a sweetener. Hyundai is so confident in their beast, they throw a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty. Oh, and did I mention the exhaust? No need to mess with it. The factory model already delivers those delightful pops and bangs that will make you feel like a track star. All in all, the Hyundai i30N is not just another hot hatch. It's a statement on wheels, bringing both fun and performance to the streets.
Yes, that thing's quick.